Oh, okay. That's fine. Hello and welcome to my podcast. It's a podcast where I tell a story and there's no one else here. It's fine. And I'm fine with it, actually. Who needs friends? Especially good friends. I got books. I got tea. And I got a microphone. And I'm here to tell you about the manosphere. We need to be looks-maxing every day, gentlemen. Women are objects. Girls are tables. Boobies are guns now. Bang, bang, motherfucker. Mom! Help! Jump in whenever you'd like.
And I'm Max.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Hello and welcome
To Sort of the Story.
I'm Janey.
And I'm Max.
And we are always here together and we'll never be apart.
We promise.
And also, you are here. Welcome to the podcast where we tell each other stories like fairy tales, folktales, and mythology.
And also, you are here.
Still.
Wow.
Anyway.
We really nailed that one.
I think that was our best one yet. 181 is where we really get professional. What's up, Max?
Oh, just not what I was going to say.
I do know. And if you know, join our Patreon. Max, how do they do that? Guys, if you don't know us, this is actually how we are all the time. End it now. Every episode's just like this. But we sometimes tell stories.
Oh boy, the Patreon. How do you join it? Well, you go to Patreon. The link's in the show notes for this episode and every episode, and you join the Patreon. But now what do you get if you join the Patreon, Janey?
2 boobs.
And the rest.
And a smile.
Just a couple of boobs.
If you join the Patreon and all you want to do is talk shit at us, you can for $3. For $3, you get into our hashtag Team Trolls tier where you profess your love for trolls and also you join the Discord. Then, if you're like, I want to do that, but I also want to make nice comments about said boobs, you can by paying us $4 because you get Discord access and also you're our girlfriends. And girlfriends get to compliment each other's boobies.
Yeah.
This is a weird one, actually. This is a regular episode. This isn't a bonus episode.
We need to lock in.
I'm so sorry. This isn't for children. And for $7 every month, you get a brand spanking new bonus episode. A boner for short. And those are good. They're full-length episodes, except at the end we do a question and answer. And we let you guys control what questions we answer. And if you're anything like Grunch, you don't need to join. Grunch has got it locked down, okay? We have a feral animal who asks us the weirdest questions. Join the Discord if you want to be part of that. Pretty fun.
Really good job, Janey.
Thank you. 3, 4, or 7. You choose. If you're at 7 level, you also get to compliment our boobies. Did I ruin it? Did I bring it back around?
Hard to say.
Oh. Right.
Please don't be weird.
Who are you talking? Is there somebody being weird behind me?
And also they are here. Janey.
Are they? So you're looking behind me? Guys,
Don't be weird.
Apparently there's somebody weird in the studio right now who's being weird and making it weird. Well, Max, it is 8:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. I feel like lately that's every episode we've recorded has been specifically 8:38 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, so if it's a little weird, that's why. Anyway, if it's a little weird, that's why.
Yeah. We've been doing a lot of school night episodes.
End of the school year. I'm a teacher. Okay, so
of children.
one of these days it's gonna negatively impact something. No, it's fine.
We'll live forever.
We'll probably live forever. Okay, episode 181. I am going first.
You're going first.
I have a shorty-baby-cutie story for you.
I'm so excited for your shorty-baby-cutie.
Yeah, it's going to be real cute. And so we're going to take a shorty-baby-cutie break, which is going to be like 2 seconds long. So don't go anywhere and don't be scared. And we'll be right back. And I'm going to tell you a little tale. Okay, Max.
Okay, Janey.
Max, okay. Today I am bringing you a story from The Gray Fairy Book by Andrew Lang, our boy.
A boy, Andrew Lang.
Our boy, Andrew Lang. No fun forward for this book. There's like a preface that just says, like, again, thank you, Mrs. Lang, you're hot. She does all the work, I barely do any. And, like, that's it. Usually we get a whole, like, 3 pages of him going, everyone stop asking me if I wrote these stories. The answer is no. I barely did anything. I found them and then Mrs. Lang translated them. I'm useless. I'm a cuck. I'm a worm. Step on me, Mrs. Lang. And that's, like, my favorite thing about Andrew Lang.
That checks out for you.
Yeah, we don't get that in this one, though. And I guess that's fine because the book is gray, so, like, what was I expecting? The story I have for you today is called The Sunchild.
Oh.
Yeah.
Couldn't they have just called it The Boy?
Not all sons are boys. I guarantee you I'm right somewhere.
I don't think so.
I think I'm right. I think there's some non-binary sons out there.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
That's a spiritual point for Janey. All right. Just so you know, I'm pretty sure this is a Greek story, okay? I did a little bit of research into it. From what I could find, it was Greek. He doesn't have where it's from at the end of this book. Again, I think he kind of phoned in the Gray Fairy book.
Damn.
Andrew Lang was not feeling it by the time he got here. But pretty sure this is Greek, and they say something weird, so I'm just going to go ahead and lean into it. The first couple lines are, quote, "Once there was a woman who had no children, and this made her very unhappy. So she spoke to the sunball, saying, 'Dear sunball, send me only a little girl now, and when she is 12 years old, you may take her back again.'"
Why would you?
Yeah, that's not smart. And also, that's a really good description of what my job is like.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I guess that makes
That's
sense.
pretty good. Like, I'll keep them until they're about 11, and then they're going to go somewhere else, and I'm not going to see them again.
Sometimes you see them again.
Yeah, and every time I make a big deal out of it, and I ask them, do you want to come back to 5th grade? We'll take you back. 10 out of 10, I get, yeah.
Yeah. I'd go back to 5th grade. No, I wouldn't.
I'm doing my, now we're at the end of the school year, and so I've been doing my daily rounds of telling the 5th graders, if you embarrass me in front of my friend, the middle school art teacher, I will come to middle school and drag you back to 5th grade. And they all go, no! But in 1 year, they're going to beg me to do it. Because 6th grade sucks.
So true.
Yeah. Anyway, she tells Dear Mr. Sunball, give me a little girl and get her out of here when she's 12.
Mr. Sunball,
Yes.
bring me a girl.
Bum, 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 bum.
I only need her for 12 little years.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh. Okay, so the Sunball sent her a little girl, and she called her Letico.
Aw, that's cute.
It is cute. She loved Letico with all her heart, and she took care of her really well until she was 12 years old. And apparently, that was long enough for her to forget all about the deal she made with the Sunball. So she was a little surprised when 12-year-old Letico was out gathering herbs one day, and the Sunball came up to her. And he was, like, apparently just kind of like a man. Like, oh, that would also surprise me.
Sun man.
He was tall and handsome and bright, and he told her, Letico, when you go home, tell your mother that she must bethink herself of what she promised me. And so Letico...
Think of it.
Yeah. Letico's like, you think of it.
Would you just freaking think about it?
Think about it. So Letico ran home, and she told her mother, hey, some hot guy told me to tell you to remember what you promised. What'd you promise? He was hot. Because he is this
Literally.
hot. Yeah. When the woman heard this, she was horrified. Who could have predicted that 12 years was not long enough? This is a complete shock.
Also, you set the terms of this.
She literally did.
He wasn't even like, okay, but only for a little while. She was just like, can you give me this thing for this specific amount of time?
Wouldn't it be nice?
He probably would have just given her a regular daughter for
she didn't
a
need
long
to
time.
set terms. No one asked
She really
her to
wrote
set-
herself into a corner on this one.
Unless she every day had been asking for a daughter, and she's like, give me a daughter.
For 13 years.
And he was like, no. All right, 12, but that's the lowest I'll go. So, the woman shut all the doors and windows of the house, and she blocked any and all holes and gaps in the house so that no light could get in, effectively shutting the Sunball out altogether. And she and Letico just sat in the dark. And that's fine, actually.
I see no flaws in this
No.
solution.
She forgot, however, to plug up the keyhole. And the sun shone in through that keyhole and snatched Letico out of the house and carried her away with him. And now poor Letico was living with the sun, and she was heartbroken over it. One day he sent her out to the straw shed. Nope. One day he sent her out to the straw shed to get some straw. Sure. It's a little hard for me. When she got there, she sat down on a pile of straw, and she sadly said, quote, "As sighs the straw under my feet, so sighs my heart after my mother."
Aw.
End quote. Yeah, if you need a translation, this straw is squeaky. I sure miss my mom. She spent so long whining out in the shed that the sunball asked her when she got back why she had been out so long. And she lied and was like, "Oh, my slippers are too big, and I flop, flop, flop slowly." And he was like, "Okay." So he made her slippers shorter. Cheer up.
Well, now they're too small.
Your shoes fit. Yeah, I assumed that, like, her shoes were correct, and now they're just too tight.
Yeah.
I also assumed she was wearing giant man's flip-flops.
Yeah. She's wearing the sun's shoes.
Yeah.
You know, like when your parents asked you for help bringing the groceries in and you just put on whatever shoes were nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those universal experiences.
I think so. I had sisters, though. One sister. I guess Junior is not a sister. I had siblings. I used to grab Savannah's. We used to get into big fights over it. Another time, Sunball asked her to go fetch water, and while she was out at the spring, she began to cry, and she said, quote, "As flows the water, even so flows my heart with longing for my mother." In translation, "Wow, that water sure is moving. I wish I lived with my mom again." When the Sunball asked her why it had taken her so long this time, she said, "My petticoat is too long, and it's hard to walk in it." And so he shortened her petticoat. He's like, okay. He took some scissors and he really chopped it up. And still, another time, he sent her to get him a pair of sandals. And as because she took his. And as she carried them back in her hand, she cried, "As creaks the leather, so creaks my heart after my little mother." Do you say? I know. Leaf's also sad about that. By the way, Leaf's in the office right now, seeing if he'll behave. Nope. The answer is no.
That was the sound of him jumping directly onto the table.
And cue him not behaving.
Your timing's impeccable, though.
He's got great comedic timing. Okay, so she's like, "These leather sandals are so creaky. Where's my mom?" So this time, when he asked her what had held her up, she said, "My hood is too wide. I couldn't see." So he was like, okay. So he stayed up all night sewing her hood so that it was more narrow. And he's like, "Did this fix it? Did I do it? Are you happy now?" But he could see that no, she wasn't. She was fucking depressed. He slipped into the straw shed behind her one day and listened as she cried about how squeaky her heart was or whatever. And he knew, she misses her mom. I figured it out because I'm a good detective. And so he decided to let her go. He called 2 foxes to him, and he asked, "Will you take Letico home?" And they said, "Sure, yeah, we'd love to. Great idea. Yeah, where is she? What's she wearing? Tastes like, smells like? She basted?" Smells good. And then he paused, narrowed his eyes, and he's like, "Just as a hypothetical, say you get hungry along the way. What's your plan?" And they said, "Oh, don't worry about that. We'll have plenty to eat." And he's like, "Elaborate." And they said, "Oh, we'll just drink her blood and eat her flesh." And he said, quote, "You are not suited for this affair." They're like,
"You're fired."
So then he called the opposite of 2 foxes. He called 2 hares to him. And he asked them the same questions. "Will you take Letico home? And also, what do you eat?" And they said, "Of course we will. And also, grass mostly. Why?" And he's like, "Good. Yeah, you can take my daughter," or whoever she is. I don't know if she's his daughter. I assume she is.
Unclear.
Right?
Yeah.
I assume he's her creator, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they took Letico with them, and after they had traveled a long way, they got really hungry. And they looked at her. She looked like a big, juicy piece of grass. Just kidding. They told her to climb a big tree and wait for them until after they finished eating. So she climbed the tree, and the hares went off to graze. And soon, a lamia slinked up to the tree and called out, "Letico, Letico, come down and see what beautiful shoes I have on."
Wait a minute. Wait just a goddamn minute.
Yeah. What's the problem with that first statement?
A lamia is a snake with the head of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
No feet.
Yeah, you fucking liar. Unless you're wearing one flip-flop at the end of your little snake tail. So, a lamia is a top half woman, bottom half snake monster who eats children.
Yeah.
I have a little bit about a lamia, the mythology at the end of this, but that's, yeah. Lamia. Latiko answered, "No thanks, my shoes are better than yours." Which is true. She's wearing shoes.
She's wearing shoes. And also, they are way too tight.
Yeah, but they're nicer.
Yeah.
Because they're real. The lamia then said, "Come down. I'm in a hurry, for my house is not yet swept." And Latiko said, "Okay, go sweep your house then, bitch. I'll wait."
Sounds like not a me problem.
"Oh, your house is dirty? Sounds like you're dirty. Go clean." The lamia's like, "Whoa, rude." Okay. So grumbling, the lamia shuffled off to go sweep her own damn house. And after a bit, she came back and she said, Latiko, come down and see what a beautiful apron I have." And Latiko said, "No thanks, my apron's better." And the lamia's like, "Are you wearing an apron?" And she's like, "No, bitch." "But I don't want whatever thing you're selling."
Damn.
Yeah.
Get him, Latiko.
The lamia then said, "If you do not come down, I will cut down the tree and eat you." And Latiko, who I do think is me in the situation, said, "All right, cut down the tree and eat me then." Where the fuck am I gonna go? You're gonna have to put in the effort, bitch. Which is, every time I've ever thought about me being kidnapped and somebody saying, "Get in the car," my response in my head has always been, "Stab me."
Go on.
Kill me here. I'm not getting in the van.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is me positing that Latiko might be a Taurus.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. The lamia tried with all her strength to cut the tree down, but it was too strong. Realizing she wouldn't be able to do it, she called out, Latiko, come down. I must feed my children." And Latiko said, "Definitely go do that. I'll be here when you get back. Bye, bitch." As soon as she was gone, Latiko looked around and was like, "Hello? Hairs? Can somebody get me the fuck out of this tree?" I like the idea that she's just stuck in the tree.
Yeah.
I have a picture for you.
Also, how is a rabbit going to help?
Look at this picture.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so this is an illustration of a girl in a tree, and there is an old woman underneath the tree with her like finger crooked up at the little girl, and she's holding a blanket that is all like skulls and crossbones, and the inscription around the illustration says, Latiko, come down and see what a beautiful apron I have."
Just covered in skulls and crossbones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Also, the old woman doesn't look human. I like that a lot. That's kind of what drew me to it, was like there's something inhuman about her.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoy. She's got not even sharp teeth, just very white teeth and very white eyes. And her ear is a little too big.
Yeah.
And she got like pointy fingers.
Yeah. Her whole head looks a little bit too big.
Yeah, her proportions are off. And
Yeah.
H.J. Ford is very good at proportions.
Yeah. Spooky.
He makes very cool decisions when it comes to drawing villains, which I appreciate about him. So she calls out, little hairs. And they looked up from where they were grazing and they said, "Oh, do you hear that?" And the other one's like, "Yeah." "If you hear it, I hear it." We got big ass ears.
Got big old ears.
The other one said, "Okay, Latiko is calling us." And they're like, "Ugh, fine." So they raced back to her side as fast as they could. And when she saw them, Latiko scrambled down the tree, hopped on one of their backs, and they took off as fast as they could. And behind them, they could hear the lamia racing as fast as she could after them. But eventually, she lost sight of them. When she came to a field where people were working, she said, "Have you seen anyone pass this way?" And they answered, "We are planting beans." That's a quote. And
We're busy.
And she stared at them for a minute, and then she said, quote, "Oh, I did not ask about that. Did anyone pass this way?" And they responded, "Beans! We're planting beans!" And she was like, "What's happening?" That's like a real exchange that's happening in this book.
They're busy planting beans.
I just love... She's so exacerbated. She's like, "What? No. Did anybody go by?" And they're like, "We are planting beans. There are beans here. You're in a bean field." And she's like, What? Meanwhile, Letico had almost made it home. As she got closer, her dog ran outside and caught her scent and began to shout, "Bow wow! I see, here comes Letico!" And her mother cried out, "That's a rude joke."
Yeah, that's pretty mean.
Kind of an asshole for doing that. And then after a moment, the cat walked out on the roof and said, "Meow, meow. See, here comes Letico." And then she's just like throwing shoes at the cat like, "No, stop that. It's mean.
Bad cat.
It's rude. I'm grieving." And finally, the rooster caught sight of Letico and the hares racing towards them, and it crowed out, "Cock-a-doodle-doo! See, here comes Letico!" And the mother's like, "Stop it, this is not a fun game. Let me cry." Meanwhile, the closer Letico and the hares got, the closer the Lamia got too. Just as the hare was about to slip into the house through the door, she reached out with her long claws, and she grabbed its fluffy tail, and she ripped the whole thing off.
Oh my God.
And then she had to go away because she can't go into doors, apparently. I didn't know that about Lamias, but I guess they work by Fae rules.
Live and learn.
As grateful as she was, the mother offered to silver his little tail, which she did. And I guess that's why their tails look like that.
Okay.
And the last line of the story is, quote, "And she lived ever after with her daughter in happiness and content," end quote. The end.
That was a sweet little guy.
A little tail.
Yeah.
I really only told this because I liked the bean exchange.
Beans.
"We are planting beans." And she's like, "No, are you deaf?" She literally is like,
We are planting beans.
she asks them like 3 times, "Are you deaf?" And they're like, "No, we're bean planters." She's like, "What?" It's just a very baffling exchange, which I appreciate. So a couple just very quick ones. A Lamia is, again, a half woman, half snake. The Greek myth is about a Libyan queen named Lamia who slept with Zeus and had 2 of his children, I believe. I think it was only 2. And Hera killed those babies. And of course, in all Greek mythology, there's like a bunch of different versions. So some of them, she murders them. Some of them, she drives Lamia mad and makes her kill her own children. But either way, it like completely drives her absolutely crazy when her babies die. And she began to wander around murdering and eating babies. And the cannibalism turned her into a horrific monster.
Huh.
Yeah. Lamias in just regular mythology, like the creature, are gorgeous women who are half snake, who act sort of like a land siren to lure men to their deaths so they can feast on their flesh. And one of my favorite paintings of all time by John William Waterhouse is this one here. It's called Lamia. It's the first edition. It's painted in 1905. I know you've seen this painting, right?
I definitely have, but I didn't realize what it was about.
Because you can see feet. In a lot of the paintings of this nature, it's a woman who's just a regular woman, but like snaking around her feet and her ankles is like a giant snake. And you just see like the barest glimpse. And usually there's like, it looks like a beautiful love story where 2 people are just staring each other's eyes.
Yeah.
But if you look down, there's just like this coiling snake around her that's like slowly going up like it's going to get the guy. Lamia. This is a gorgeous painting. I love it so much.
It's really pretty. I like the composition a lot.
Yeah. And there's a hot knight in it.
Yeah. Love
and
that.
he has dark hair. And you know what? There's not enough dark-haired knights out there. They're all fucking blonde for some reason. There's a children's book called Letico, La Fille de Soleil, which is written by Caputo Nata and illustrated by Comie Pauline. It's a French story. It's the French Letico. But I love the illustration, so I will also share these because I think they're beautiful.
Oh, these are so pretty. They're very, like, pastel. I don't even know how to describe this style.
They're children's book illustrations.
Yeah, they're really interesting.
Yeah, the sun god, he looks like a god. He's just the sun with like long red arms.
He's like a super big guy.
And the first one is him giving a baby to this woman, and then the second one is him talking to her in the, I guess, forest. It's very cute.
Beautiful.
Sunchild.
That was a good one. I liked that.
Beans.
No, we're planting beans.
Yeah, we're planting beans.
The next time someone asks me to do anything, I'm just going to be like, I'm planting beans.
It's any question.
Yeah.
My students are like, "Hey, do we have class today?" "No, we're planting beans." Wait, that actually is an answer. They're like, "Okay, I guess we're planting beans instead of going to class." All right, the art teacher is weird.
Well.
All right, you want to take a little break?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay, Janey.
Okay, Max.
The story that I brought for you today is called The Princess Who Stood on Her Own 2 Feet by Jeanne Desy. And this is from the collection Don't Bet on the Prince, Contemporary Feminist Fairy Tales in North America and England, edited by Jack Zipes.
Yeah.
A classic.
The spiritual opposite of my story. Because I have a woman in mind who doesn't have feet to stand on. The Lamia.
Oh.
Did you literally? We haven't gone out. They took a break. We didn't.
I was so confused.
My notes aren't
I was
even
like,
cold
the princess,
yet.
there wasn't even a princess. Sorry. I'm a little bit
Rock and roll.
dumb. I wasn't able to find too terribly much about Jeanne Desy, but there is a free version of this story online that you can read when you look up her name. So I'll have that linked in the show notes. But yeah, this collection is a collection of short stories that Jack Zipes put together of authors who either consider themselves feminists or their work shows like the themes of feminism. So and Angela Carter's in this collection, Margaret Atwood, Jane Yolen, a bunch of people that we've seen before. And it's a really cool little collection. It's split into 2 sections. The first section is feminist fairy tales for young and old readers. And then the second is feminist fairy tales for old and young readers, which I think is really funny. And then he has a selection at the back of feminist literary criticism, which is just a series of papers about like women in fairy tales. So this is a really great book. I don't think I've ever actually used this for the podcast before. I don't think, because a lot of these are stories that we've told, but I've
definitely
they're
seen
like
it before.
reinterpretations. Yes. Yeah, so all of these are original stories. So these aren't like classic fairy tales. They are like short stories based on fairy tales that are more recent.
Cool.
So The Princess Who Stood on Her Own 2 Feet by Jeanne Desy. A long time ago in a kingdom by the sea, there lived a princess tall and bright as a sunflower. This princess was an incredibly fast learner. She learned how to play the zither. She was an incredible accountant. She like spoke multiple languages. She could play like chess and cards and everything. She was like just very smart, very quick-witted, very funny, and very, very beautiful. She was very tall and willowy with like long blonde hair. But the story says she was bored and lonely, as princesses often are, being a breed apart. So seeing her situation, the wizard of the castle decided to try and cheer her up. So he mail ordered something from a catalog.
Is it a vibrator?
No.
All right, well, I feel like step 1, get her a vibrator.
And this thing arrives, and he is like, well, this isn't what I ordered at all, as often happens with mail order catalogs.
He's like, I ordered a vibrator. What is this?
But he comes walking up to the princess, and a little beast is trotting behind him.
Oh,
This beast is an Afghan hound.
I love that.
Yeah. But this kingdom has never seen dogs before, so they're just like, what the fuck is that?
Afghan hounds are like regal whippets.
Yeah.
They're just so beautiful. They're what whippets should have been.
Rude. I think whippets are just fine as they are, actually.
Are whippets the ones? Maybe not whippets. What are the ones with the greyhounds?
Yeah, still. I think greyhounds are fine also.
Damn.
You're really leaning into the fairy tale thing of like everyone has to have long blonde hair.
Everyone should have Afghan hounds.
That's true. So he comes walking up to the princess with this Afghan hound trotting behind him, and he's like, this isn't what I ordered at all. But upon first sight, the princess falls in love with this animal.
Yeah.
And this animal falls in love with her, and it follows her everywhere. It sleeps at the foot of her bed, and like she like sleeps snuggling around it and everything like that.
Yeah.
She secretly thinks to herself that she and this dog kind of look alike because they're both very like willowy with long blonde hair. Yeah. And honestly, the wizard also kind of thinks this, but he doesn't say anything because it's mean to go to the princess and be like, you look like this dog.
I don't think so. I love it when people look like their pets.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think Summer and I look alike?
No.
I think we have very similar noses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got little turned up elf noses.
It's like the teeniest bit like snubbed. Just a little.
Little elf noses. Where is he?
Also, my really weird, thin rib cage. Mile-long rib cage. And my crooked legs. Classic me in summer.
Yeah. And your big fluffy tail.
Oh, yeah. Got a big old fluffy butt.
The story says, still, a dog is a dog and not a prince, and the princess longed to marry. So even though she has this fantastic companion, she still is like lonely because she doesn't have a prince with her.
Yeah.
But fortunately, some time passes, and one of the princes from a neighboring kingdom comes to seek her hand. And this is a kingdom that they have long sought an alliance with. And initially she's like, I don't know, what if I don't like him? But then she hears about him and everyone's like, yeah, he's really nice. He's a really good guy. He's really handsome. He's very romantic. And she's like, okay, well, maybe this is going to be fine, actually.
Nightmare.
What?
Nightmare. Just an arranged marriage, sight unseen nightmare.
Yeah. She's definitely worried. But then he shows up to the castle and he is very, very handsome. He's very sweet. He immediately, she's seated in a throne next to her mother and father, and he comes up and kisses her hand and looks deep into her eyes with his, big brown eyes. And she's like, wow, this guy's hot.
All right.
This is great.
Yeah, good.
So she quickly agrees to the match, and they have a celebratory ball where they all, there's a feast set up, and all of the courtiers are around this long feasting table, and there's music and dancing, and a bunch of troubadours come in having just composed new songs about the love of this prince and princess, that they're going to have such a happy life together.
Awkward.
Yeah. A little bit awkward.
Again, sight unseen. You're having your first date that's very public, and people are like, they're in love forever, they're soulmates, they're gonna have babies and grow old. Oh, okay.
She's into it, though. I mean, she's super hyped about
this
it.
This is kind of a bop.
Yeah.
All right.
And grow old.
Girl, you're gonna grow old with him. Saggy boobs and wrinkly butt. She's like, who let this guy in?
Girl.
Girl. You heard of liver spots? Don't worry, you'll get them with your one true love. She's like, okay.
Oh my God. So they're sitting at the feast, and the prince sort of shyly takes her hand under the table, and she lets him, and the king and queen are watching, and they're like, good, they're getting along, this is good. And finally the feast ends, and the troubadours strike up a slow dance, and the tables are cleared away so that the prince and princess may dance. And so the prince stands up in front of the princess, and he bows and offers her his hand, and she takes his hand and stands up.
Girl, do you see his hairline now? Don't get used to it. She's in love. Like the other part.
She takes his hand and stands up, and the prince looks at her, and a dark shadow passes across his face.
Fuck. Uh-oh.
And he stands up and walks out of the feast.
Because of all that guy's singing. He's like, ew, she sounds hideous. This guy sucks, and also that singer sucks.
So he gets up and just fucking leaves.
Whoa.
And everyone's like, what just happened? That was so crazy. And so they clear away all of the stuff from the ball, and everyone's kind of awkward. No one really knows what to do about this because he literally just walked out.
Yeah, this guy
and
really
the princess
blows hot and cold.
Yeah. And so the princess goes to her room, and she starts talking to her dog, and she's like, did I do something wrong? What happened? And she's like, she talks to the dog, and the dog was there. The dog was sitting next to her the entire time, and she's like, I know if you could talk, you would be able to tell me what I did wrong. And the dog is like, well, actually, I can talk. You've just never asked me anything before.
She starts throwing everything at this dog.
No, the story specifically says she is kind of a wizard in her own right. It's one of the many things she's learned is how to talk to animals.
Good for her.
And so she is not surprised by this dog talking.
Yeah.
She's much more surprised by the fact that
he hasn't talked yet.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God, I've been so rude this whole time. I haven't even asked you a single question.
Aw.
So she's like, well, what happened? And he's like, what happened is you're too tall.
Maybe he's too fucking short.
That's definitely true. But also, he's like, that's what happened, was he had seen you sitting down.
Oh, this guy sucks.
Yeah, and then you stood up and he didn't like that you were taller than him. And so he threw a fit. And she's like, well, I can't do anything about that. Like, I'm tall. Princesses are supposed to be tall.
That's literally like what makes me so. Everyone says that's what makes me so beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, insecurity.
Yes. The dog privately marveled at her naivete and explained that in the world outside this kingdom, men like to be taller than their wives. But why? Asked the princess. The dog struggled to explain. They think if they're not, they can't train falcons as well? Or something.
What?
Now that he thought for a moment, he didn't know either.
He's like, all you need to know is outside of this bizarro kingdom, men like to be taller, dogs exist, and that singer is banned from like 49 countries. Because he's too honest about what happens when we get old. He's ruined so many weddings.
But immediately the princess takes this very personally. She's like, it's my stupid legs. I was sitting down the whole time and it was totally fine.
He gave her an insecurity that didn't exist in this world.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, no.
She's like, if only my legs were a little bit shorter, then I would be shorter and it would be fine. Like when we were sitting next to each other, we were the same height and everything was fine. But then I stood up and it's these stupid legs. I'm going to go to the wizard and I'm going to talk to him. And she goes to the wizard and she's like, wizard, make me shorter. And he's like, I can't do that. And she's like, no, you can. I know you can. You have to make me shorter. And he's like, no, I literally can't. I can make you fatter. I can make you thinner. I can make you taller. I can't make you shorter. I can make you into a crow. Does that interest you? And she's like,
yes.
Let's circle back to that.
Yeah, for sure, that one.
But he's like, I specifically can't make you shorter. Mm-hmm. Magic rules. I don't know what to tell you.
Sure. That's what I've always heard.
Yeah. So the princess was inconsolable.
Aww.
Seeing how sad she was, the king went and sent a messenger to the prince's family and was like, hey, can you have him maybe reconsider declining this whole situation? Because, you know, first of all, the princess is really sad. She really liked him.
Don't tell him that. Just say, like, first of all, you look like an idiot in front of the entire kingdom. Like a short idiot. You're going to have to come over here and make up for that.
So he's like, why don't you come back and give her another chance? Quote, the queen spoke to him grandly of chivalry and honor. The queen being the prince's mom.
Yeah.
Spoke to him grandly of chivalry and honor. And the king spoke to him privately of certain gambling debts. The story's very funny and I like it a lot. It is
great. I love it.
So the prince reconsiders and eventually he shows back up at the princess's castle.
No.
And he's like, I'm so sorry I was rude before. I was just surprised. But it's great to see you again. And she's like very firmly sitting down. She's like, well, I'm so glad you came back. It's so great to see you. And so the two of them sit together and talk. And he's very comfortable with that. Like he likes sitting and talking to her. And then after a little while, he's like, why don't we go riding? And so they get on their horses and they go riding together. And he thinks about the fact that he's heard that there's like a dragon nearby. And so he's like, maybe I'll just go and slay this dragon and show off a little bit.
Maybe I'll go and prove my masculinity.
Yeah.
By putting her in danger.
Yeah.
I hate this guy.
Yeah. So he decides to show off a little bit. And the first thing he does is he gallops up to this hedge and then he urges his horse into a masterful jump over the hedge. And he clears the hedge and he looks back to see the princess's face and she looks so impressed and delighted. And then she immediately also jumps over the hedge and does a great job. And the prince is like, what? But you're not supposed to do that. And she's like, what do you mean I'm not supposed to do that? And he's like, well, first of all, you're supposed to be riding side saddle because you're a lady. And she's like, well, yeah, but then I can't do cool tricks. And he's like, it's unladylike. You shouldn't be riding a horse like that. You should be riding side saddle. And she's like, okay. And so she like puts her leg over to the other side of the horse. And he's like, and also you shouldn't be jumping. It's not ladylike. And she's like, okay, I won't jump anymore. Sorry about that.
Awful.
Yes. And the whole time also she's slouching while she's riding the horse because even though there's the same height sitting down, she has an insecurity now.
Yeah.
Which is devastating.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read this quote because it's devastating. Didn't anyone ever tell you, he said coldly, that ladies ride side saddle?
Go fuck yourself.
Just so rude for no reason. And he says, girls shouldn't jump. It's like, okay, fuck you then. So they continue riding, and the prince takes another jump over a hedge, and he's like, see, didn't you see how cool that was that time? Were you paying attention?
Yourself.
Were you paying attention that time? And she's like, oh, wow, that was so good. And then she tries to take the same jump, but because she's side saddle, she can't really do it.
Yeah.
So she like slips off the horse partway and lands on the ground.
Uh-huh. And he loves that.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, my darling, what happened? That was so terrible. Like, you should never have attempted that jump. It's not ladylike. And she's like, oh, well, I just don't know what I'm going to do. And she's like sitting there on the ground for a second. She's got the wind knocked out of her. And she thinks for a second. She's like, oh, ow, my legs, I can't move them.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, so she can never stand up again.
Yeah.
This story hurts.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really devastating. This is a very like sad and frustrating story, but it's good at the end. So
that's good. Max is also telling this is a very tall person, and I'm above average. I was always taller than all the boys in my school, and I was very self-conscious about that.
Yeah, it's something, I mean, I've definitely had times where I've been self-conscious about being tall.
Yeah. But
I think that this story also resonates, even if that's not like an insecurity that you have.
That's true.
Because, you'll see. There's more stuff. He's worse. Don't worry.
Don't worry. He's worse than this.
So the prince is like, oh, my angel, my precious, beautiful angel, you've fallen and broken your legs and you'll never be able to walk again. And he scoops her up in his arms and carries her all the way back to the castle. And it's very romantic. And they look into each other's eyes the entire time. And she's like, yeah, I can live with this.
No, gross.
So from then on, she pretends as though her legs don't work. Mm-hmm. And she is sort of carted around everywhere in a wheelchair.
She's doing like the reverse Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All of the medicine men and doctors and witches and warlocks and wizards of the kingdom are all brought together to try and fix her legs. But nobody's able to do anything because they're not hurt. And she's just pretending. And one of the witches who is summoned to the castle says, when there's nothing wrong but foolishness, you can't fix it. And she's so right.
She's so right.
So the prince always, from then on, he stays at the castle and he goes out every day and he does some like chivalrous, brave thing. And then he comes back and tells her all about it. And she sits and like listens to him talk about all of his brave stories and everything. And she's kind of on her own all day. So she starts getting really funny.
Because of the trauma.
Yeah. Well, because she doesn't really have anything else she can do.
Yeah.
So she's just kind of like stuck in her house now, like sitting around.
Writing her tight 5.
Yeah, so she starts like reading more and she gets like really quippy. And so he comes home and tells her all about his like big, exciting day that he's had. Mm-hmm. And she like keeps like quipping at him. And he's like, yeah, for sure. Totally. And eventually one day she like says something really funny and he's like, can you not do that actually?
Oh.
And she's like, I'm sorry, what do you mean? And he said, well, haven't you ever heard that women are supposed to be kind of seen and not heard? So from then on, she stops making her little jokes and she just listens to his stories in quiet wonderment at all of the amazing things that he does.
But this guy is the type of person to put in his dating profile. I want a woman who can take a joke.
Yeah.
Who likes dark humor.
Yes, absolutely.
That's this guy.
Yeah.
I don't want a woman who can make a joke. I would like them to be able to take a joke, which is me being mean to them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So from then on, she is quiet. And then the next day, the prince is summoned to her chambers where all of the doctors are once again gathered around her. And they're like, we don't know what happened, but overnight she suddenly lost her voice. So they get her like a little palette that she can paint on, and that she can like write on and write anything that she needs. Yes, exactly. Yeah. They gave her a little chalkboard that she can like write what she needs to say on and everything. And so she pretends to be mute. And she just listens to the prince tell his stories and she doesn't say anything. Sometimes she'll like write down like, good job, and like show him. That's really all she can do. Mm-hmm. And she is okay with this. This is fine. Mm-hmm. You know, like,
yeah,
it's gotta be worth it to have the prince, you know, like what's she gonna do? Not get married?
Yeah.
Oh, the story says, all went well for several days, but the prince was not a great reader, so she put the slate aside and made conversation only with her eyes and her smile.
All right.
It gets even worse.
Yeah.
The prince told her daily how lovely she was, and then he occupied himself with princely pastimes. Much of the time, her only companion was the dog.
Yeah.
So one day, the prince comes to see her before he goes out hunting, and the dog is on the bed with her, and they're just kind of hanging out. And he's like, you know, I hate that thing, right?
Oh, that's her baby.
And she's like, what do you mean you hate that thing? And she writes down, what do you mean?
She like shrugs her shoulder and tilts her head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, really, sometimes you surprise me. This dog is gross. Shouldn't be on the bed. I just don't like it. And she writes down and she's like, he's my only companion.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just saying I'm your only companion. It's kind of weird to me that you like this dog as much as you like me. It seems like that makes me feel like maybe you don't like me that much and like maybe we shouldn't get married. She's like, okay. So he leaves and she talks to the dog again and she's like, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, this is literally the only thing that I gave up walking around. I gave up talking. I gave up everything for him. Like, literally, you're the only thing in my life that makes me happy anymore. Like,
yeah.
Why would he? And it doesn't affect him. Like, me being happy doesn't affect him.
Yeah.
Why would he be so jealous of a dog? Like, and the dog says, well, you better get used to the idea of me not being around because the prince doesn't like me and we kind of know how that's going to end.
Yeah. He's like, only one of us knows how to roll over and it ain't me.
Damn. The princess says, he will never take you away. The dog looked at her skeptically and gave a little doggy cough. He took everything else away, he said.
You know the doggy cough that are like, she's like, ugh, maybe
Gross.
you are gross.
No, it's like a little dog cough where it's like, you know, where they do that little like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how dogs do.
Classic.
Usually you hear it on like those little white dogs with the smudgy eyes.
Yeah.
They're like.
There was like coughing something
yours is
up.
pukier. No.
Guys, do you like that in your ears? Let me know.
No, it's just the little dog cough. It's not like a hacking something up. It's just like the like.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Well,
I'm gonna imagine them puking, as is my right.
You follow your heart, my dear.
As Nelly Furtado said, that's my prerogative.
Did she say that?
I can't remember.
Why would you say that then?
I think somebody said my prerogative. Might as well be Nelly Furtado.
Why would you say that at all?
Because I get to.
Okay.
I do what I want. And I'm cool, like Nelly Furtado.
So the dog says he took everything else away. And she says, no, I did that. I made myself someone that he could love. And the dog said, I love you too.
Aww.
And she said, of course you do. And the dog says, and I loved you then.
Yeah.
The princess lay a long time thinking before she finally slept.
I loved my tall, loud, funny.
Yes, exactly.
Funny mom who jumped high.
Sorry. This is written in such a funny way that I'm having a really hard time, like, not just reading passages from it because it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, the prince strode in more handsome and dashing than ever. Although, oddly enough, the princess could have sworn he was getting shorter. So he bends down to kiss her, and then he stops and frowns and like leans away, and she's like, what's wrong? And she writes down what's wrong on her little chalkboard. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I thought I told you to get rid of that animal.
Oh.
And she like points to the dog, and he's like, yeah, the dog. It's disgusting. Like, I don't want to see it in here again, okay?
You don't even live here. Isn't he just like staying? They're not married.
No, they're not.
This isn't your fucking house.
No, it's not. And she writes down like very quickly. She scribbles as fast as she can. He's all I have.
Yeah.
And a lady in waiting has to read it to the prince because he's not good at reading. And the prince says, you have me. I believe you love that smelly thing more than you love me.
She's not talking about you. She's not talking about you.
I could be.
You're smelly, but... but I don't love that. But I don't love you. That's not true. I love you very much. Yes, I do. Come here. If you're going to be naughty, you can't come in here again.
But he can come up on your lap.
No.
So the prince says, I was going to talk to you about the wedding feast, but now, never mind. And then he storms out. So she turns to the dog and she says, what does he even want?
He wants to isolate you.
Yeah, and the dog says, I think he wants roast dog for the wedding feast.
Jesus.
The princess cried out in horror. Oh, not literally, the dog said, but it follows. And he would say no more. The princess calls for the wizard, and she tells him everything that's going on. She's like, I am pretending to not be able to walk because I was too tall for him when I was standing up. I am pretending to not be able to talk because he didn't like when I had my like quippy comebacks and everything.
Yeah.
All of his stories. He just didn't like me responding to things, I guess.
Yeah, he likes the praise and the adoration.
Yeah, and now he doesn't like my dog, and I don't know what to do about it. And the dog is kind of giving me the silent treatment because...
I won't just tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the wizard is immediately like, oh, God damn it. It says, how awkward. Talking animals were always so frank. This dog like wasn't even coy about the fact that it was like, yeah, he's going to eat me.
He hates me. He hates you. Hates everyone.
I love you.
Yeah. I'm the best.
I'm a good dog.
Yeah.
So he kind of like is like, well, you know, you have to just follow your heart and do what feels right. And she's like, aren't you supposed to be like a paid advisor to my family?
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to give me advice? And finally the wizard is like, okay, here's the truth. Have you ever heard of the rule of threes?
Okay.
And she's like, no. And he's like, it's this idea that everything comes in threes, right? You know, tragic events come in threes, celebrity deaths come in threes, you know, and sacrifices come in threes. So you've already given up your legs and your voice. And for the rule of threes, you also have to give up your dog.
Okay, except that counterpoint, she has 2 legs. That's just math.
That's just math. So the wizard explains the rule of threes to her, and he's like, so you have one more thing to give up.
Yeah.
And she's like, but why does he want me to give up my dog? And the wizard's like, I truly don't know, but you have to decide whether you're going to do it or not.
Yeah, it sounds like there's no such thing as toxic masculinity in her country.
Yeah.
So the wizard genuinely is like, I don't know. It is a mystery.
Yep. But it takes nothing from him, she shouts. And the wizard says, if you could convince him of that, my dear, you would be more skilled at magic than I. So the princess goes back to her room and she pulls out her like tarot cards because of course she does.
Yeah, she does.
And she reads her cards and everything looks very bleak. She's like, first of all, it looks like there's going to be like some kind of accident coming up. There's like death is one of the cards that's in here. And the dog is like, well, death doesn't always mean death. Sometimes death means like rebirth and like the creation of something new. And she's like, yeah, but in this case, I feel like it just means death. Like something like you're going to die or I'm going to die or he's going to die. And I just don't feel like this is going to go anywhere right.
I hope it's him.
I also hope it's him. And she says, I think it's him. He's been the one going out and doing all of these chivalrous deeds. Like, I'm really worried that he's going to get killed on one of these adventures. And the dog is like, well, one of the cards has like a white rose in it. And he's like, well, that symbolizes rebirth. Because the dog also knows how to read tarot cards.
Classic.
So he's like, so maybe it just means that something's going to change.
All dogs read tarot.
And all dogs go to heaven.
All dogs go to heaven because they can read tarot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the entrance exam at the gates of Peter.
Then they hear the prince coming, and she tells the dog to hide under the bed. So the dog gives a little cough again, and a harumph. And so the dog flattens itself under the bed and hides. And the prince comes in, and he looks around with sort of mock surprise. He's like, well, something's missing. Oh, it's that terrible dog. I'm so glad you got rid of it. And actually, I feel so much better. I think I was allergic to it. And like he thumps his chest to show that his chest is so much clearer now.
Liar.
I know.
Performative male.
Yep. And he's
also,
like,
guys, I'm so sorry about all the clicking. Summer has decided to have the zoomies. He's also bringing in all of his bones. That's number 2. Okay. If you hear a clicking, it's my dog. I'm so sorry. He's upset about this story where a dog has to hide under a bed.
If you hear some gross chomping sounds, that's going to be it.
All the animals are going crazy.
So he like thumps on his chest and he's like, oh, thank goodness. Like that nasty thing is finally gone.
Mm-hmm.
And the princess looks at him with truly just spite in her eyes. And she writes something down on the chalkboard and she passes it to the royal physician who's sitting next to her.
Mm-hmm.
And the royal physician reads it out and says, he loved me. And and the prince is like, yeah, but I love you.
No,
He doesn't love you as much as I love you. And the princess gestures for the royal physician to keep reading. And he says, sorry. What she actually wrote was, he loved me then.
What?
Like before.
Oh, this is so sweet and sad.
Yeah. So the prince finally leaves and the dog creeps out from where he was hiding.
And the physician was like, oh, hello. I've got a secret.
No, the physician leaves as well.
Mm.
And she's like, okay, so I don't want to get rid of you, but I guess maybe I have to try like disenchanting you so you're no longer a talking dog. Like maybe that would make it so that he doesn't...
What? No.
He doesn't really know that he's a talking dog. So I don't know why this is a point in the story, but she like decides to try and disenchant him.
No, she wants to take away the dog's voice?
Yes.
Okay, she's becoming a villain.
Yeah. So she does everything she can. She like consults all of her books on wizardry and tries to take away this enchantment from the dog that lets it talk. But nothing works. And the dog continues to talk. And she says, nothing works. I don't know what we shall do. Meanwhile, when you hear anyone coming, hide in the cupboard or beneath the bed. You're putting off the inevitable, the dog told her sadly. I'll think of something, she said, but she couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, on the eve of her wedding day, the rest of the castle is buzzing with excitement, but the princess is mute with despair.
But who can tell? She's been mute this whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
She says, I can't give you up and I can't take you, she wailed. And the dog saw that she was feeling grave pain.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, the dog said, looking beyond her shoulder, sometimes one must give up everything for love. The princess's lip trembled and she looked away. What will I do? She cried again. The dog did not answer.
Mm.
She turned toward him and then fell to her knees in shock, for the dog lay motionless on the floor. For hours she sat weeping at his side, holding his lifeless paw.
Oh my god, he dies?
Yeah.
The fuck? This is a terrible story. This is an awful story.
So for hours she just sits there over this dog and she just cries her eyes out because she knows that this dog gave his life so that she could be happy with the prince.
Mm.
Eventually she goes to her closet and she takes out her wedding dress and she wraps the dog up in the wedding dress and she
she wheels it down the aisle.
She picks up the dog and she walks out of her room.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks through all of the people who are arranging the wedding and she walks past the prince.
Mm-hmm.
And the prince is like, wait a minute. You can walk? Wait. And he like chases her and she's like, yeah, I can walk. He says, what's going on here? What are you doing? Isn't that your wedding dress? And he sees that the dog is wrapped up in the dress. He says, I thought you got rid of that thing weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the princess says, what you call this thing died to spare me pain, and I intend to bury him with honor.
Mm-hmm.
The prince only half heard her, for he was struck with another realization. You're talking. Yes, she smiled. Looking down at him, she said, I'm talking. The better to tell you goodbye. So goodbye. And then she left.
Ugh. You know that dude went back to his fucking castle and was like, God, she was such a crazy bitch. She like pretended not to walk. She like pretended she couldn't talk for like attention, I guess. Like she was just like so crazy.
My ex was so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's spinning this in his favor so hard.
Yes, absolutely.
Ugh.
So the prince is dismissed. There's also, this is really sad to me, but the queen comes to the princess in her room that night and is like, well, you really messed it up. Mm-hmm. That was probably your one chance at getting a prince, and you were doing so well for a little while there, but then you messed it up. And she says, it's your duty as a princess. And the princess says, it's not necessarily my duty to sacrifice everything, and I have other duties. A princess says what she thinks. A princess stands on her own 2 feet. Mm-hmm. A princess stands tall, and she does not betray those who love her. Her royal parents did not reply.
Yeah.
The princess lay awake that night for many hours. She had gone out and she had dug this grave for the dog on her own with her own hands, and she planted a white rose bush on top of it, and she stayed to make sure that the like roses settled into the ground okay, and then she went to bed. But as she's trying to sleep, she just keeps thinking about these white roses over top of the dog's grave. Mm-hmm. And she says aloud, "How foolish we are. For a stupid prince, I let my wise companion die." And eventually, she decides that she's too restless to sleep, and so she takes her little silver watering can, and she walks out to where she buried the dog to water the roses. And as she looks at the roses in the moonlight, she sees movement out of the corner of her eye. And there's this like stone bridge crossing a river right near the ornamental garden where she buried the dog. And she sees a man, a willowy man with like long blonde hair, riding on a horse
Dog
with long
prince.
blonde hair. And she walks up to him and she's like, "Hi, where did you come from?" And he's like, "I don't know.
Dog heaven.
I kind of just showed up here. I don't remember how I got here." And he says, "All I know is that I have traveled a long, dark road." And then he gave an odd little cough. "I see," she said slowly. "And what is your banner?" For she could not quite decipher it waving above him. He moved it down, a white rose on a black background.
Oh.
"Death," she breathed. No, rebirth. "And for that, death is sometimes necessary," he said. He dismounted and bent to kiss the princess's hand. She breathed a tiny prayer as he straightened up, but it was not answered. Indeed, he was several inches shorter than she was.
Proof, ladies, that 6'4" tattooed Illyrian don't exist.
The princess straightened her spine. The young prince said, "It is a pleasure to look up to a proud and beautiful lady."
Hey, short king.
And his large brown eyes spoke volumes. The princess blushed.
Sorry, my dog
It's being gross.
is just going to town on his paws. Summer, stop eating your paws like popsicles.
Meanwhile, the wizard is in his tower looking out over the garden, and he sees all of this sort of unfolding, and he like puts it together, and he's like, I guess you never really know with talking animals. It's always kind of a weird situation. And then he like talks to his cat for a little while, and he's like, good for them. You know what? Good for them. And that's the end of the story.
That's a really cute story and a very infuriating one, but very good ending.
I really liked it.
I usually hate the dogs turning into lovers trope because dogs are our babies.
Yeah, dog is baby.
And that's
for
very
sure.
weird, but this one was good.
Yeah, this one was sweet. I liked this one.
Yeah, especially since he doesn't seem to have remembered that he was a dog.
Yeah.
That's important.
That's
to me.
really important.
Yeah.
That's really key to the whole experience is that he doesn't remember that he was a dog.
And that he never did anything weird, like try to like chew her underwear or something while he was a dog.
Also really important. Yeah, I really liked that at the end of the story, her prince is still a short king.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that was really good to me. It was like the problem with him wasn't that he wasn't tall.
That's it.
Let's be really clear. The problem with him is that he was an insecure piece of shit.
No, is that he was small. Is that everything about him was smaller than she was, and he was trying to shrink her. You know? Yeah, I also like that he was short at the end.
Yeah, because the problem wasn't that he was short.
No, that's not the problem.
I really liked that.
Yeah.
As specifically, that was the one part of this that resonated with me as a tall person is like, it's actually not that you have, I've talked about this before, and I don't know if I said this before on the podcast. I've stopped dating men who are shorter than me. And the problem isn't that I don't like men who are shorter than me. The problem is that men who are shorter than me don't like that they are shorter than me.
It comes up.
It comes up every single time. And like, I have tried really hard to get past it. Because again, I really genuinely don't care if someone is shorter than me. No, absolutely not. But it always is, it bothers the other person. So, you know, like, I don't know. Yeah. It's a whole thing. I really appreciated that he is not like tall and willowy like her also. He's just short and sweet
guy.
And to the point.
Short, sweet, and to the point. I really liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am infuriated that prince is going to go home and tell everyone that she was crazy.
Yeah. Same.
Because that's just it. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I guess who cares at the end? But still. Like, my horrible ex went back and told everyone that I was just too stupid to argue with him. And I was like, you screaming is not what? So, not the reason why we broke up, you psycho. Yeah. If I could just, like, I don't know. I guess take away his voice. I don't know. Make it so he's mute. That would be great.
Turn him into a dog.
No. Dogs are good.
True.
He doesn't deserve that love.
That's really true.
No, that was fantastic. I liked that a lot.
I like that story. And I really like the feminist message in it. I will say, I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that there is like a certain ableist undertone to it that is like, if you can't stand on your own 2 feet, then you're not really like a princess, which
This is definitely...
true, but
I agree with this. It's definitely very metaphorical.
yes.
Of like, she literally metaphorically had to learn how to stand on her own 2 feet, and she was shrinking. A different way to go about this would be for her to actually physically and magically make herself smaller.
Yeah.
But this was more relatable, I think, to like a human experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a little bit of ableism in there.
Which I don't think undercuts the message, but it's just worth pointing out that.
Yeah, I agree. Especially for a modern fairy tale.
Yeah. I still really liked it though. I thought that was a good one. I don't know. It's got a very clear message. It's a little bit ham-fisted, and I don't usually tell the ones that have like a very clear and obvious moral.
No,
but
that was a good one.
That one was really good. I thought it was presented really well. So
it was, and you told it very well.
Oh, thank you,
guys. We don't have any pictures. Are there any pictures for that story?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I will post some pictures from my story, and I'll post Max's book. I think you have told one from this book before, because
I must have.
I think you did, because I remember putting it on the Instagram. But I'll put it up again.
Yeah, it's called "Don't Bet on the Prince."
Yeah, it's very good, and it's Jack Sipes, and we love him.
Yeah.
So that'll go up on the Instagram at Sort of the Story. Join our Discord by joining the Patreon at the $3, $4, or $7 level. All those links are in the show notes. Email us at sortofthestory@gmail.com and tell us what you think, or give us an update on your life, or send us a picture of your cats. I mean,
do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want, but we love hearing from you guys. You guys send the cutest emails, sweet, every time. We get a lot of emails of people being like, I'm sorry if this is weird, or like, I waited years to email you, and now that I'm drunk, I'm just going to go ahead and do it and say, and then they say the nicest things, and I'm like, hey guys, we want to hear that though. Like, what do you mean you're sorry? That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to us.
But also relatable. I totally get that feeling.
It's like 100% of the people who email us are you.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if this is going to make you
I don't mean to bother you, but
hello?
Yeah.
Bother
honestly,
us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of taught me a lesson about like it is okay to reach out to people with compliments and stuff like that.
It's nice to...
Nobody's ever going to be mad at
No,
them.
it's nice. It's nice to know that people like you.
Yeah.
And also, we
Hot
like
take.
you guys. So
We like you guys so much.
we do. We think you're so cool. So yeah, so email us. Check out all of our sources and stuff on the website, www.sortofthestory.com, and rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a little review, and I'll put it on our Instagram stories. And that's about it. Max, can you think of anything else?
I can't think of anything else.
Okay, give us a quick closing slogan.
And that's jazz.
And that's jazz. Bye, guys. Max, tell the people what just happened on the Discord.
The birthday bot just started working.
Out of nowhere. It's been like 4 years.
Yeah.
Every year we get to shame the bot, and today the bot shamed us.
Happy birthday to
Vigilante
Beekeeper, who got the honor of being the first person ever.
What if she's the only person? What if it never does it again?
That would be so fucking funny to me. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, genuine horror.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, we've talked about this before, but we have a bot on the Discord where Max was like, everybody give it your birthday. And so everybody fed it their birthdays. And then it didn't do anything. It like refused to say happy birthday to people, even though that's its only job. And so we all started shaming the bot because it was just eating all of our birthdays.
So it was supposed to have a little message that popped up that said like, happy sort of birthday to whoever. And then, and then everyone can wish a happy birthday to them. But that just never happened.
Yeah. Instead, we all
until
just
today
gave it our birthdays, and it took them for some mysterious reason. And so everyone would have to shout out their own birthday. And they all did it by saying, it's my turn to shame the bot. Shame on you, bot. How dare you eat my birthday?
It's my shame day.
It's my shame day.
And then today, out of nowhere, it just suddenly started working, and it wished Vigilante Beekeeper a happy birthday.
Now, so every time I shame the bot, somebody comes out and they're like, no, I feel bad for Birthday Bot. Birthday Bot doesn't know any better. Birthday Bot was literally just born. Stop yelling at it. And I'm like, No.
Do your job.
Do your job. You have one job, literally one job. I have like 100 jobs. You can do your one job. Say happy birthday to us. Fucking idiot. And they're like, Janey, no. And today it was like, happy birthday. Sorry, birthday bot.
Apparently.
Oh, apparently. Do you think birthday bot would spare us or kill us first?
I don't think birthday bot would have the power to make that decision.
You say that, but birthday bot surprised us. What if birthday bot's the king?
I have to assume that they released a patch on the bot or something like that made it actually work.
After like 4 years. You think everyone else who ever used birthday bot was like, no, this is funny. We should complain. we should write them and say, hey, stop fucking with our bot. We liked that it hated us.
Oh my God. And I set it up right and everything. I like triple checked.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyways, so that was surreal.
So now if you join the Discord and you put in your birthday, you might get a birthday message, which is disappointing. But you know what? All good things must come to an end. Maybe we don't get to shame the bot anymore.